Hello, Scholars community. Welcome to the Lunch of Scholars. My name is Amy Brady. I work with Stand Up, and I have had the honor of working with Scholars Unlimited for several years, working with their team, their leadership team, their organization, the adults that work directly with young people to support them in doing their work the best that they possibly can in our Denver community. I love personally this theme of a community of kindness has a place in my own heart. So when I think of this idea of community, I think about what it means to show up for ourselves, for our teams, for our organizations, and really for our community as a whole. And when we think about this idea of being kindness, how can I be kind to myself so that I show up and bring my best self to every space that I walk into? So enjoy. I hope you have a wonderful time today. And on that note, I am happy to welcome our hosts, Sean Choi and Bobby Lefebvre.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sean Choi. I am a senior vice president over at First Bank and also the board chair for Scholars Unlimited. I will be your host today. And while I'm excited and nervous to be the sole host, originally we were slated to have Colorado Poet Laureate Bobby Lefebvre co-host with me, but unfortunately, or fortunately for him, he has a very exciting opportunity, and hopefully we'll be able to see him maybe on a bigger screen than this. But he can't be with us today. And so we have a very special message from him that I'd like to play really quickly before we get started.
Hello, everyone. Bobby Lefebvre here, Colorado's Poet Laureate and friend of Scholars Unlimited, here to voice my regret that I cannot be with you in person today. But I did want to take just a moment to shout out Scholars Unlimited for the incredible work they do in our community, making sure that literacy and books are available to young people. As Poet Laureate and as a writer myself, I understand how important it is to center literacy and to grant access to people because, when we're reading, our minds are opened and young people have the ability to really engage in an imaginative way in literature. And so for me, it's really, really important to push these things. I was able to serve as a guest reader this year, and that was really, really special to me. So I just wanted to take a moment to say I'm sorry that I cannot be with you, but the work that Scholars Unlimited does is so, so special. And I hope you will join me in any way that you can to support this wonderful organization who has been doing this work, ensuring that marginalized communities, our young people have access, this next generation has access to books and literacy and ideas so that we may build a better future together. So again, I apologize I couldn't be with you, but I just wanted to take a moment to say hello and say thank you to Scholars Unlimited and thank you for supporting this wonderful organization in their endeavors. We will hopefully see you soon. Be well.
All right. Thanks, Bobby. So thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I know we missed the Breakfast of Scholars last year, and we missed being able to get with everyone. So we're really excited to have you here today. I promise you that it will be exciting and informative, but also concise. We are doing our best to try to keep it to 30 minutes. So we really appreciate you being here today, and we love being able to connect with you. Before we get started, I would like to thank some organizations and people who helped make this Lunch of Scholars possible. Thank you to our sponsors, First Bank, Jacobs, Sky Blue Builders, Shrewsbury, Merchants Bonding Company, Cooper Smith Research, Campaign Products of the Rockies, thank you so much, Bob, UMB Bank, and Rise Collective. Also, we wish all of our scholars could join us today, but they're very busy learning and having fun in the summer program. Part of what they're learning this year is kindness. So that is our Lunch of Scholars theme, cultivating a community of kindness. So I'd like to just tell a quick story. When I think of kindness, I actually think of recently my mother was in a car accident and she hasn't been able to be as mobile lately. And one of my friends, without even me asking, had sent her a Grubhub coupon or a gift certificate so that she could have food delivered. And I just thought that was so kind. And it's little acts like that that I think go a long way in helping build a community of kindness. So while our scholars couldn't be here, we're definitely going to hear from them, and we're definitely going to see them in video clips shortly. So thank you so much. We are truly surrounded by kindness every day, and we're so thankful to have you here today. We've already actually raised a little over $30,000, which is really incredible. So throughout our program, we would love if we can add on top of that. To make a donation at any time, you can text "Let's Read" to 44321 and you'll receive a donation link. You can also donate online and you'll see multiple different ways depending on how you are watching today. So if you're on YouTube, you will see a link in the event description. There will also be a link in our digital program. So again, throughout this program, if you feel the need or you are blessed and able in any capacity to support scholars, we would love to add on to that donation total. Now, enough with me. Let's play a little video clip so we can learn a little bit more about scholars.
One of the most amazing things that I think about scholars is we are after school in summer, but it's so much more. We do literacy. That's a key component of what we are doing and engaging and working with kids, but it's all of those other wraparound services that happen. It's that you get a meal. It's that you have an opportunity to do enrichment and art and sports and just be connected to the adults that are in the space as well. I think we are so incredibly fortunate to be a part of their lives. The scholars are amazing. Our staff, they're amazing. They've been with us for such a long time. And even the new staff that come in, they are equally excited to be in that same space. You know, all through COVID, we continue to connect. We continue to build on the relationships. We continue to thrive. And I am so incredibly proud of not only the staff, but the scholars and their families of how we have just continued to rise and thrive throughout this entire time.
I am so happy to use my time and to serve as a board member for Scholars Unlimited. Scholars Unlimited has a long and strong tradition and a long and strong reputation in the Denver metro area. We know so much about how important it is for children to have academic opportunities throughout the summer months. And when they get those opportunities, their whole school year is stronger as they go forward. And Scholars Unlimited provides such an important contribution to the Denver metro area for individual children and their families and for our greater community.
My son was in second grade at the beginning of the year, in the second grade reading level. Right now he's in fifth grade level. So he moved, you know, a lot. And Belinda, she also got like a gift from school because she did a good job reading. She went up to like reading and math. They help them with math, I think so too, because she's doing better too in math. I just want to say thank you for the people that support this program, because my kids are doing very, very well. And then also I want to say thank you again, because you're supporting a lot. Yeah.
I don't know about you all, but it really is exciting to see all of our young scholars at work. So as part of the scholars community, I know we're all interested in hearing how Scholars is doing today. So I'd like to introduce the president of Scholars Unlimited, Diana Romero Campbell. Hey, Diana.
Hi, how are you doing? Thank you everyone for being here today.
Yeah, absolutely. And if people don't know, this portion is live. So if I screw up or anything, that's a real screw up. So Diana, thanks so much for joining us. You know, we're really interested in hearing about Scholars Unlimited and kind of where it's at today, especially after this whole COVID phase and now things are going to a different new normal. So where's Scholars at today?
So, you know, like I said before, it's been a year of pivot and shift and doing a lot of innovation and getting used to online. But at the same time, we really leaned into what we do best, and that's literacy. So we were able to respond with one-on-one tutoring. We did online, but we're also now back in person. And it's just so exciting and fantastic to have that be something. But it is one of those things that intentionality has been at the core really of where we have been at, doing hands-on learning kits, having materials for kids to take home, making sure that it's interesting and interactive. We know it's been a tough year, and what's remarkable is in this last year, our Lexia online reading assessment, on average, our kids made growth of about 3 months of literacy over this past year. So super exciting.
That's great. I know for those that don't know, Scholars Unlimited is a year-round program after school as well as summer, but the summer program is definitely the signature program. That's kind of how Scholars Unlimited started. Tell us a little bit about the curriculum or programs that they're doing this summer.
Yeah. One of the neat things that we do is we create our own curriculum every year, and we do a book, and we select a book. And this year, again, with intentionality, we really wanted to have representation, and representation matters. So we have, let me see. We have a book that was selected and an author, and her name is Zetta Elliott. And she has written these 2 books. All of our scholars get them. And we spoke with her. She did an online Zoom interaction and kind of an author talk with the scholars just this last Monday. And one of the things that she had talked about is the importance of representation as well, and really having young people see themselves and readers seeing themselves mirrors in their story. I think that that's one of the key components of what we've been doing. It's woven with good and strong social emotional learning. And again, it's providing that professional development so that our staff are equally, prepared and responsive for everything that's, that's happening in the classroom.
Yeah, that's great. So the other day I saw one of our young scholars, and they were wearing this really cool shirt for the summer program. And I noticed there was a quote on there. Can you tell us a little bit about the quote? Because I really liked it.
Yeah, I actually have the shirt. But this is one of our shirts. This is one of our shirts that we have this summer. And it's a rainbow, and it's a quote by Maya Angelou. And it really gets to the crux of what we're doing. It says, try to be the rainbow in someone's cloud. And that is so critically important, especially when we're talking about community and kindness. And really the essence is be there for one another, and that we have impact, and that it matters, and that we are all part of a community. One of the things that I think is so incredibly rich and supportive about the program is that it's infused to everything we do. And social emotional learning is so critically important right now. And, not only staff, but our students, our scholars are carrying a lot of weight of this last year, and just of life in general. And so we just really have made an emphasis to connect. I do have to tell you, I was at a school the other day, and there was this young girl, and she came up. I had the T-shirt on, and she's like, I don't know who you are, but I want to give you a hug. And I thought, okay. So I gave her a hug, and it was the best warm feeling. And I said, well, thank you. That was the nicest act of kindness, or, random act of kindness I've had all day. And she kind of just gives me the little shrug and skips off. And it's that kind of interaction, I think, that, again, that we are cultivating and building within the school and with the scholars that we're working with.
Yeah, that's amazing, especially after the year we had. I'm sure a hug like that it's a little different now. So
it was the best.
That's great.
It was the best.
Well, I love the community of kindness that you guys are cultivating. It seems like you're growing a whole new generation of amazing human beings, as Jenny would say. So I love that. I know you have a video for us, right, Diana?
Yeah. So again, out at a school, and we're going out and visiting all the schools and the programs, and having that interaction is just so good for the soul. And it's just the best part of the job. But I got the pleasure of meeting Elizabeth the other day, and I want to share a little video about what she told us about kindness.
It's about caring for people and like helping them get up when they're like hurt, when they fall down, and like trying to cheer them up when they cry or something. And like you can play with new people and play with the people you haven't played before. It makes them feel happy and they feel like joyful and like careness.
Oh, that's great. I love hearing from the kids. It just gives me so much more faith in the future. I'd like to introduce one more guest. I'd like to actually introduce Riola Kindle. Hey, Riola, how's it going?
Hi, thanks for having me, Sean. I'm honored to be here.
For everyone that doesn't know, so Riola has actually worked with Scholars Unlimited since 2009, but her first introduction with Scholars was actually as a scholar herself when she was in the program in 1st and 3rd grade. Is that right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
And now she's a site director at Florida Pittwaller Elementary School. So really excited to have you, someone that's seen both sides of it. That's really great. Yeah. So can you tell us any like favorite memories you have of being a scholar?
Yeah, like Scholars as a kid, I really struggled with reading, you know, especially in my primary education. First, like I was in the program 1st through 3rd grade. And when my mom really noticed that I was struggling, she decided to put me in Scholars. I was nervous. Oh my gosh. When I tell you I was nervous because I didn't like reading. I can remember my tutor, Joan Clayton was her name. She worked for Scholars Unlimited. She really showed me and gave me the techniques that I needed to become successful in reading. By 3rd grade, I was already at a 5th grade reading level. Like she really helped me become confident in myself to get to where I needed to be. She pulled the potential out of me even when I didn't see it in myself. So if Joan is around, I like to thank her because she had a big impact on my life for sure.
That's great. Is there like a book or anything you remember specifically from that time?
I don't think there's a book that I remember because we read so many. Read so many. And she actually is the reason why I love reading now. Like I didn't like it at first, but now I'm so in love with it. Like my kids reread every night. It's just something that stuck with me.
How do you think that impacted you? Kind of your love of reading, and how do you think it affected you as you grew up as an adult?
It affected me tremendously. Like even with my own kids, I actually have 3 kids and 2 of them are in the Scholars Unlimited program as well. I have a 4-year-old, she's in the Ready Scholars program, and my 8-year-old who's in the regular summer program as well. It's just a great organization. We give back to our kids. It's just something that I want to be a part of my family for years, for sure.
That's great. So what encouraged you or motivated you to join the staff then?
The staff and the instructors that I had growing up, they were very compassionate. They showed me that they cared. And just having that sense as a kid, knowing that, okay, we do care about your education. We do care about your success. We care about how you succeed becoming an adult. Like it really touched me and it made me want to be that for kids as well.
That's great. Do you have any like final words for the Scholars Unlimited community, or, is there a reason why you think, other than everything you've just said, that you think Scholars Unlimited is important?
It's important because, like you said, we push our kids to become lifelong learners. And I was one of those kids. I'm a product of Scholars Unlimited. So I would say Scholars Unlimited has done a great job, not even for myself, speaking for myself, and some of the other kids that I have taught and got to interact with. Like just seeing their progress has been amazing. So I just want to thank Scholars Unlimited for being what it is and for being so caring and actually taking that step to realize that kids needed this resource and they gave it to us.
That's so cool.
I'm so grateful, forever grateful to them.
What I think is really cool is that Scholars Unlimited has been around now for 25 plus years. So start to see the impact that it's had as the young scholars grow up, and we can see the lifelong impact. So
yes, it's amazing. Thank you, Scholars Unlimited.
Thanks so much for joining us. I hope to connect with you soon.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah. There is another video I'd like to play just because we love hearing from our young scholars. So here's another video that I'd like to share about kindness.
By inviting me to their games, because when I am lonely and I feel like I don't have any friends to be with me, they just come to ask if they can play.
You can fill up the bucket. Like if somebody's feeling down and you can help them get cheered up, like just smiling to them or giving somebody a hug, or maybe like giving a piece of candy to your bus driver would be nice. And if you have like giving notes to people about how kind or smart they are.
It's just like good to be kind to others, because if you make someone happy, maybe it would spread to other people and everyone would be happy.
Kindness is important because it makes people feel good inside.
Kindness is good because you can make people feel good about themselves, and they can maybe spread it to other people.
Kindness does make you feel good inside. I love that. So I'd like to reintroduce the President of Scholars Unlimited, Diana Romero Campbell, and I would like to introduce the Vice Chair for the board, Tina Martinez.
Hello there. Back.
Hello, thank you, Shannon.
I just want to thank you again. We're at that time of the program where thank you again to all of you who have supported Scholars Unlimited throughout the years and leading up to today's event. We can't do this alone, and it is truly a community effort. So now's the part of our program where we'd like to invite you, if you are able, to make a gift to support the program and scholars.
Thank you, Diana. I have to say, I am so inspired by these wonderful videos and all the impact that you all are having this summer in the Scholars Unlimited programming. Today, we would like to invite all of you to help amplify these efforts. We're going to share some donation levels with you, but please know that a gift at any level makes a huge impact and allows this incredible work to happen year-round. Like our founder, Cindy Kahn, demonstrated, one single action can grow to become something remarkable, like what Scholars is today. Your gift will support all of Scholars Unlimited programs, but we would like to just explore a little bit more and hear more about the programs, Diana. So can you just tell us, if someone made a gift today of $1,000, what might that support in the summer program?
So one of the things that would do is we have an enrichment component of Scholars Unlimited that's called Next Generation City Builders. And so this is really STEM hands-on learning. We have our kiddos using Legos. They're learning about flight and travel and transportation and ancient architecture. But it's hands-on and it's fun, and it gives them an opportunity to explore new ideas and concepts.
Well, we'd like to thank some of the people who have already contributed at this level, and starting with Jessica Pearson, who gave $5,000, which will just have a significant impact and allow these amazing STEM programs to happen throughout the year for Scholars Unlimited. We'd also like to thank Alan Weingarten, Paul Retton, and Elise Tipton, Ken Weil, Melanie Grant, Ken Warner, and Kathleen Sagama. We appreciate all of your support, and giving at $1,000 level really makes those STEM programs happen. I have to say, I work at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, and it's been amazing to see all of the scholars kids coming in, discovering, exploring, really digging into science here at the museum as well. Diana, if someone were to give at a $500 level, what might that look like?
Well, it's been hot. And one of the things that we've been doing is, this is the time to also, we've got literacy, we're doing social emotional learning, but you have to have a lot of fun and you need to be outdoors. And this would help us with water days at our sites. It takes a little bit to have those water toys and other stuff, and maybe a few water balloons. But this would really help us just kind of bring the fun outside and have a lot of interactions in the outdoors.
Oh my goodness, fun is so important in the summer for all of us, and especially for the scholars. We've already had some wonderful people contribute at this level. We want to thank Lisa Weil, Margaret Rose, Holly Bennett, Terry Chavez, and Scott Murphy. And really, all of your contributions are so impactful and helpful. So thank you today. Let's look at that next level. $250 also makes a huge impact. Can you tell us what that would support?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we heard it from Riola. It's like there's numerous books, and this helps us get books into classrooms. This is how we would be able to supply classrooms with libraries of books. All of the scholars that are participating in the summer get both of these books. And then we have a lot of others that are supplemental reading that provide context and a lot more content for the kids. So that would really help us with our classroom libraries.
And we just heard from Riola how much of an impact that had on her in learning to read and being a lifelong reader, learner, passing that on to her kids. So we're multi-generational impact. We want to thank those who gave at the $250 level. And thank you to everyone I can see as the screen comes up here. We have others who have contributed. Thanks to Susan Friedman, Eduardo Lopez, Jonathan and Shirley Asher, Kathleen Schroeder, Jane Hansberry, and Jonathan, it looks like gave also just now. And it looks like Matt and Ashley. So thank you all for your contributions.
Terrific.
And we want to offer one more level just to, again, talk about the impact at $100.
Right. So this would be, again, a library for our Ready Scholars. So one of our Ready Scholars program is a Rising Kindergarten program that we have during the summer that's really preparing those who are going to be entering into kindergarten. This last year's been rough. We've been doing the program for a couple years. It's age appropriate, it's hands-on, and very literacy rich. And so this would help us build those libraries. Riola talked about, her kiddos are in the program. They're doing Rising, they're doing Ready Scholars. And so it would mean so much for us.
Thank you, Diana. And we have so many people who are contributing. And I just want to remind all of you, you can donate today. You can text Let's Read, or you can look into the chat for links. Donations at any level make a significant difference. I want to thank those who gave at the $100 level: Ann Collins, Amber Tootle, Beth McCann, Jan Silverstein, Karen Williams, Carrie Morimoto, Mike and Catherine Martin, Karen Cannon, Stephen Frick, Gretchen Gilliland, and Olga Garcia. And I'm realizing I should have worn my glasses. So I apologize if I'm stumbling a little bit there. Thank you all for your contributions. And Diana, thank you to you and the team for the amazing work that you all are doing with our scholars. Again, this summer, year-round, really bringing literacy, social emotional learning, and fun to their summer.
Thank you.
And now I believe we would like to bring Sean back.
I'm back.
Yes.
Tina and Diana, that was awesome. Thank you so much. With all the donations made by everyone, and I know they're still coming in, we've raised $31,840, which is amazing. So thank you so much. There should be like a cheer noise right here. We've been talking about the community of kindness, and I think this community really embodies it. So thank you so much. The fact that we had so many donations come in before we even started the event, I think speaks volumes as well. And I know they're still coming in. I do have one more special gift to share. We are very fortunate because we got wind of some news that the WEND Collective, WEND Collective, is going to support Scholars Unlimited with a $35,000 donation. So thank you so much to the When Collective. That will definitely help put us to $67,234. So thank you so much to everyone. And they're still coming in. Thank you to Carla Perez, Sarah Rathke. Thank you, Sarah. I did see former board member Ali donated as well. So many people to thank, and we will make sure to reach out to each and every one of you to thank you so much. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today and celebrating with us. You can continue to donate. I know there was a few people that messaged me. We're having troubles with it. If you have any troubles, please feel free to reach out to us. You can also go to scholarsunlimited.org, donate that way. And before we go, we have a very special final message from our scholars.